Good morning, Mendham family, and you may be wondering what I'm doing with this plush crocodile. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and discuss that in today's vlog. So, apparently, a month ago, there was a crocodile attack that took place near the city of Cancun, Mexico. And luckily though, the article, according from what I read, the boy survived. It was a 12-year-old boy, and he actually was just, I think, going out swimming, believe it or not, because he was involved in a kids club. And apparently, I guess they didn't know that there was a crocodile hanging around there. So, anyway, according to the article here, it said the boy and his family were actually vacationing at a place called Club Med in Cancun when the attack occurred. And apparently, the young boy had to unfortunately stay at the hospital for over a month to go under several medical surgeries. So, luckily, like I said, this attack was not fatal, but it makes you wonder though, like, how often do crocodile attacks get national attention, you know, like, especially here in the US? How often do you think it happens? So, that's why I'm covering this topic, you guys, about this croc attack that occurred. So, in reality, you guys, the title might say, the crocodile ate the child. Oh, I do apologize for that, so, and really, it was a misconception, though, but there have been croc attacks that have happened before within the last year, you guys. Apparently, I believe it was back in late March earlier of this year, a little girl was a 4-year-old child was unfortunately killed by a 16-foot crocodile right in front of her mother somewhere in India. And unfortunately, I think that occurs kind of frequently, more often than most people think about it, you know, because in India, you know, it's kind of similar to some people that live in Africa, you know, that live out in the savannas, you know, along near some, like, shallow, calm rivers and stuff, you know, that while they're either bathing, cleaning, washing their clothes, you know, or literally just, you know, just going for a swim. Some people may not realize it, but there are crocs that hang around in that kind of stuff. So in India, it's kind of similar, you know, but there are more cities, though, in a way. So, but like I said, for something like this to happen, especially coming from Mexico, it's something you don't hear too often, though. But again, I could be wrong, though. So, and the last time I heard of a croc attack in Mexico, I actually can't remember now. I don't know if it was a year ago or a year or two ago. I'm not sure, but I can tell you what, though, this boy was very lucky. Alright, well, I guess since we're talking about animals real quick here, you guys, I guess we're going to try and see if Aguero wants a little treat here. And obviously, when I got home from work, he was just constantly talking to me, telling me he wants to get a treat. So, obviously, once I get this treat thing out, he's going to definitely come running out. So, come on out, Aguero. Yep. There you are, bud. Come here. Come here. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. Say please. Say please. Come here. Come here. Ready? Hi, bud. I know. I know they're your favorite. He literally loves these treats, you guys, so much. Like, look at him. Look, see? Here he comes. He's just coming back from work. That's all he wants. You know, when I set this thing down, look at him. He's thinking, how can I get in there? Yeah, I know. You want more? Is that what you're begging for? You want more? You want more? Okay. We'll give you another. Say please. Say please. Say please. Okay. Alright, you want to play fetch? Yeah, you never hear somebody try to play fetch with a cat, but here we go. Ready, bud? Ready? Aw, how cute that is. He's just almost like a dog. I don't know why, but literally that was cute the way he went fetching for it. So, but yeah, I just figured I'd take a little moment here just to appreciate my cat Bagheera. So, but regardless of, just a cutie pie nonetheless. So, and speaking of him, and believe it or not, him and my brother's dog are starting to finally get along. So that's a good sign too. But I think they're still maybe needing a bit of space from each other for now. But they're not like constantly trying to scare each other away. So, but hey, day by day they're actually getting along. So that's a really good thing too. But hope you enjoyed your treats, buddy. Now, believe it or not, you guys, there are some cases where some croc attacks probably go unheard of, believe it or not, because some of them are probably in very isolated places, you know, that really don't get explored too often. So, And it's kind of similar to that, probably maybe with some other reptiles like snakes. You know, snake attacks don't very often happen here in our country. It's extremely rare for it to happen. And most snake attacks occur normally when someone either has provoked the animal. Oh, my family's watching Jurassic Park, so I shall return, you guys. Don't worry, I'll be back here in just a moment. So, according to the article, from what I read about the attack, was the boy recalled the croc was approximately between 10 to about 12 foot long, from what I've read. And that's a pretty good sized crocodile for one to attack someone that young. So, and like I said, these croc attacks can go unheard of, you guys. And I just found out too in the article as well, there were a few other attacks in that region as well, just earlier this year. I think a couple other attacks. So, and this is crazy, you know, Cancun's usually a pretty popular tourist destination, you know, during the winter time. So, and for something like this to happen, it doesn't happen so often, but then again, there could be attacks that can go unheard of. So, it just really, I think, depends on like who is there, you know, and if somebody was like a reporter or what. You know, but really some people probably can go missing out there. So, but regardless, it's really unbelievable that this boy was very lucky to be alive. So, even though then again some people are not as lucky, you know. So, but regardless though, sometimes it makes you wonder though if there's any signs, you know, by these lagoons, you know, where he was at. So, probably not a good idea to go swimming in Mexico in some like little lagoons there, right? So, probably should remember that if I ever go to Mexico, but then again, what are the chances of me encountering a crocodile? I'm no expert on figuring out, well, I'm kind of maybe, why am I talking like this? I don't know. Anywho, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this article up for the night, you guys. So, because I got a football game that's coming up here pretty soon. It's a pretty good one. Patriots versus Falcons. I know you guys are not probably huge football fans, but I'm a big football guy, so I do apologize for that. So, I think we're going to watch a little bit of football, but then we'll get back later here on the topic about this crocodile attack that just recently happened. Slight change of plans, you guys. We're going to feed my girl Daisy here real quick, because it is feeding day for her, and you guys may not know this, but since she's just a baby, I'm offering her a meal right now about once a week, but I'm probably going to start upgrading it now to twice a week, so maybe I'm thinking about feeding her every, since today's Thursday, I'm probably going to feed her again on Monday, so feeding her every Monday and Thursday is what I'm going to try and start doing, because as a baby, you know, they have a big appetite, so, and it's also good for them, you know, it can help them actually start their growth rate up pretty good, so, and obviously, you guys know, I'm feeding her little pieces of little earthworms here, so, and right now she's a little bit small for taking on pinkies, but probably give her maybe another 6 more months, probably at the latest. She'll probably start taking down some pinky myself. Let's go ahead and jump right into it here. Alright, let's go ahead, grab a small one first for her, see if she has any interest. Hi honey, are you hungry? Want a mouse? Want a piece of worm? Come on, take it, take it. Take it, honey. It's all yours. It's all yours. Ah, there we go. She just took it pretty gently, like right at the edge, so that's a good thing though, because she needs to start eating more. And obviously when I first got her, she was a bit of a picky eater at first, but that's because she just got introduced to a new home, so but regardless, we got one more piece to offer her, so we'll go ahead and let her just actually engulf this little piece first. We'll go ahead and offer her the next one. So obviously she's not backing down right now, but she's just an absolute cutie pie. So apparently, the first piece I offered her, she unfortunately dropped it and could not find it. So I gave her the second piece, and that time she ate it. So obviously, I think I'm going to try and give her another one this time, something a little bit about the same size as the other one I just gave her. So yeah, she's actually doing good still. So, and I'm really happy she's eating good. So, but I don't want to keep her too, stressed out, because she's just probably wondering where the food might come from. But anywho though, she's just still so sweet though, and she has not musked once on me, surprisingly, but I'm gonna have to start handling her a little bit more though if she wants to become more docile. So I'm gonna try and give her one more piece and see if she wants it, but if she doesn't, I'll go ahead and just maybe then leave her be for the night. So, gonna give it one more quick go for her.
There she goes, you guys. She's taking it down. That's the third piece I'm offering her, and she's taking this one down good. I'm so proud of her. This is awesome. It's too bad you don't get to see this too often in the wild, but this is definitely much cooler here when you own one that's just so cool and so little. Way to go, girl.
So really, you guys, the thing is about this croc attack is, I'm not trying to say crocodiles are like man-eating monsters, you guys. That's not always the case, though, because really, there's gotta be a rational explanation on why the crocodile attacked in the first place, you guys. Either we don't know if it was an accident, maybe a mistaken identity for food, or maybe if the kid wandered into its territory, you know, because some crocs are known to be territorial, you know, and have small areas, like such as a lagoon, let's say, a little lagoon area, you know, and can claim that area as its own property, you know, and it probably does not, and they don't like trespassers coming in, especially when other crocs trespass, you guys, especially when it comes to like the saltwater crocs, you guys, the big true man-eaters that, well, I can't believe I said they're true man-eaters, because they have killed and eaten people before, these species have, but the reason is, you guys, these saltwater crocs, actually, some of the big boy ones, that, you know, you probably have seen in like articles and stuff. Usually these are rogue crocs, and normally these guys are the ones that usually have a small area that they claim as their own territory, you know, like maybe like a tiny little short lagoon area or a small area of marsh and stuff. A large one could claim that area up to close to about almost maybe a mile, 1 or 2 square miles, you know, and if any animal trespasses into its territory, especially even if it's another big rival croc, you guys, it will go after it and fight it to the death if it has to. So, and yes, people that have trespassed in saltwater crocs territories, they can be attacked as well, you guys. But regardless, though, I'm not trying to say crocs are monsters or like man-eating machines, but they are apex predators, though, and they do deserve respect no matter what, you guys. So it's always best if you do encounter an alligator or a crocodile in the wild. Guarantee you guys, the best thing to do is just keep your distance from it and do not encourage to go walking up to it, you guys, because you don't know what the outcome's going to be. Either one outcome is the alligator or croc, it's going to start hissing and probably start a little brief charge at you to tell you to back off, or two, this is probably the most hopefully relief option, it's going to flee from you as quickly as possible. So anywho, though, but still, I highly recommend keeping your distance from these creatures, you guys, and just admire them from a distance and show respect for them no matter what. And yes, this is the plush croc I just showed you earlier in the vlog today, so, but regardless, it still looks kind of real, though, in a way, but anywho, though, I still require people to respect these creatures in a matter of way, because these creatures have been around for millions and millions and millions of years, you guys, way before we ever existed, you know, and even before actual dinosaurs existed. Some fossil records date back to maybe almost 200 million years on these individual creatures, so that's an extremely long time, and for the last 60 million years, apparently, these creatures haven't really changed that much. They may be a little bit slightly smaller compared to their ancestors, but just the way they are designed has really remained much the whole same. So that's what I really find fascinating about these creatures. You know, they really haven't changed at all since dinosaurs were wiped out, but regardless, so again, these creatures, I think they deserve a lot more respect than most people think, and I don't think they should be always given a bad rep. And yes, unfortunately, some do have to be euthanized if there was a fatal attack, but this young boy was not fatally killed, and the crocodile, I don't believe, was euthanized. So hopefully a lesson was learned there that day, and hopefully I'm sure they might either point being is, you guys, is that really these creatures, they are dangerous animals no matter what, whether if they're in the wild or in captivity. You know, an unprofessional person that has not worked with these kind of creatures should not ever try to confront one of these, because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. So, and apparently when people get too close to confront one of these things, the consequences can be very disastrous. So really, I still admire these creatures in always a matter of way, you guys. And every time when I went down to Florida, you guys, when I always wanted to see a wild alligator, you know, I always wanted to get up close to it, but at the same time, you know, I gotta remember, I gotta try and keep a distance from them, because the animal that's in the wild is very unpredictable, you know, so it's really best to keep a safe distance from the animals. So regardless, I hope you guys actually learned about really what happened on this specific croc attack, but what are some of the ideas, you guys, that's best to actually remind people of the dangers, but also to keep both humans and the wildlife both safe and actually remain in coexistence with each other. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here for the night. I hope you guys understand now on like what are some good things and bad things about crocodilians and stuff, but like especially when it comes to like a croc or an alligator attack, you know, and like there's always got to be an explanation on why it happened, you know, and how it happened. So I hope you guys understand like what could be the consequences if someone encounters one. So regardless, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for the night, you guys. I promise I'll see you guys on the next one.